What's poppin', y'all? What's poppin'? What's poppin'? What's going on? Give me 1 second. I'm gonna share this and I'm gonna get right back with you guys or whatever. It's raining out here today. You know what I mean? But I'm out here anyway. I know how I move. Give me 2 seconds. Y'all just give me a second. I'm just sharing this. Get this out to everybody. I'm gonna be right with y'all. That's what I'm talking about. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? Hold on 1 second, y'all. I got it. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? Hold on 1 second, y'all. I got it. Rain. It's raining out here, y'all. Y'all bear with me. All right. We'll share some more in a minute. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? What's going on? Long time no hear from. I've been chilling. I've been having other things to do. You know what I'm saying? Plus, I was asked to take a little sabbatical because of a certain video that went pretty damn viral everywhere with me in it or whatever. Which a lot of people are trying to give their own conclusions or whatever. So let me say this one more time. First of all, Queen's Flip. I want to extend my apologies. I don't think it's really needed because I told her, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't even talking to her. I didn't know who she was or whatever. But in the video, you see, I guess a woman now I know is to be Queen's Flip's mom, coming towards me, taking up for this rather rambunctious girl who, under the law, what she was doing would be called menacing. I mean, she was following Myron Gaines from Fresh and Fit, calling people names and just disgusting things. Your mother should have did this, called my mother out of her name, whatever. She called me out of my name just because I went up to say hi to Myron. I wasn't even speaking to this woman. I didn't care what she had going on, and I walked into it. But that brings me to something real quick that I want to talk about at the Diddy trial. I want to talk about all the recaps and all that or whatever. The team wanted. You know what I'm saying? I'll be back down here real soon, trust me. You know what I'm saying? But I've just been doing some other things real quick. I got to get my album fixed up. I had a couple people talk to me. It's like, yo, don't be down there arguing with this raggedy ass. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. I want to say as of the first week of the trial, it started turning into something else. And it's quite disgusting if you ask me. The trial started becoming more about who could be seen, who's on the set. I heard so-and-so is here. And it turned it into like a little concert. And I think that shit is tacky as hell. You know, I'm going to keep it a buck with you. You got all these white folks out here, and I mean this sincerely, I don't mean this in a racist way, but you got all these white folks out here. Some of these people that are showing up here don't even know the area they're in, actually, et cetera, right? So you got all these folks up in here, and they watching what y'all niggas is doing. They watching how y'all talking, they watching how y'all interacting and everything else or whatever. And not that that's a determining factor what's going to happen to Puff and none of that, because it ain't, you know what I mean? You could come out the courtroom 35 times if you want to and do little, snippets or whatever to keep your votes up. That ain't going to change shit either, you know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, I'm seeing a lot of people show up that wasn't here. Now, I want to say this, I want to reiterate this one more time. If anybody got rights to this space, it's me. You understand what I'm saying? Like, nobody should be asking me what the fuck I'm doing out here when I've been out here for 8 months. You understand what I'm saying? In the cold, in the rain, everything. My followers that mess with me, y'all done seen me do that. I've been here since day one, first day Puff had an arraignment. And so when I see all these people showing up all of a sudden, I'm like, why y'all showing up now? Why weren't y'all here before? Why y'all showing up now? Y'all wasn't up here giving y'all opinion or talking about what Puff did and nothing like that. You wasn't here to give no insight or nothing like that before. So why everybody showing up now? It's what I told y'all last time. And sometimes I gotta let some time elapse so y'all niggas will get it. A lot of niggas are showing up. And I ain't talking about nobody particular. I ain't calling nobody out. But a lot of niggas are showing up because they want to be seen. I'm seeing niggas out here promoting liquor. Niggas out here promoting their podcast and everything or whatever. And I'm just like, yo, what y'all doing? And that's why I go back and I tell y'all again, like, a lot of this shit with these people we talking about, they got these advocacies and all that, it's chuck. Like, it's not real. Like, trust me, dog, if you had advocacies, you wouldn't be running in and out of the motherfucking courtroom every 5 minutes just trying to fend and plan to play out the thing, this Puff guilty or whatever. Now, I'm going to say this about Puff, because I know a lot of people want to hear my opinion or whatever, as somebody that actually worked for the man. Like I said, it's only 2 people that have showed up here and actually dealt with Puff on that level, and that's me and Gene. Gene got a history with him. You understand what I'm saying? And I got a history with him. That's really it. Everybody else, you a fan. Like, well, my mother, like all jokes aside, you's a fan. You understand what I'm saying? Like, this is a free concert for a lot of people. You feel what I'm saying? A lot of people ain't never did nothing in life. A lot of people ain't never achieved none of the stuff that we achieved or whatever as far as in the music industry or outside of that. So you're a fan. Back in the day, we would have called you a groupie. You see what I'm saying? We would have called you a groupie. And everybody know what I'm talking about that's been in the music industry and any form of the entertainment industry. These would have been groupies. You understand? So, I don't knock nobody for that, but I'm going to show you what I mean, how in depth it goes. See, nobody paid attention to this. I paid attention to this. I had to figure out what this was. See this right here? Hold on, I'm going to zoom in on it. I'm going to show y'all something. See that right there? See those little tent things right there? Those are people holding places for people, for them to show up in court, to be in the court. Those little tents right there. They get paid $20 an hour for that. Did you know that? Yeah, let me see if I can zoom. I can't zoom in for some reason. Like, there we go. See them guys right there? They get paid $20 an hour to do that. And it's sitting in the rain right now. See them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I told my friend about that brother, and I said, there's tents out here. Niggas just sneaking out here so they can be able to fucking try. Don't care if it's in rain or whatever. You get what I'm saying? It's turned into a concert. And when David Lewis was down here and I was covering this wasn't a concert. This was just media and that's it. I'm not blaming any particular YouTuber. I'm not pointing my finger at any YouTuber. I'm not saying this one is better than the other. Frankly, I don't care. Because at the end of the day, you're not the judge of factors. The big thing I would tell Puff, if you come out this a winner, pay attention to everybody that had their arm against you. You understand me? Pay attention to everybody that had their arm against you. Everybody that lived in you. And everybody that has something enough stuff to say, just like he said, motherfucker, anybody else got something raw to say about Lil Kim? Anybody got something else raw to say about Puff? But listen, I can't acknowledge reality. And this is reality. Puff, you and Cassie were some nasty people. I was disgusted. You understand what I'm saying? You was getting your rocks off, and a lot of people don't like that. You know, a lot of people like, that ain't fair. How he got to knock out all the good-looking girls and all that or whatever. I'm talking about outside the beatings and all that, which is disgusting. I done heard a lot of times, you know, beat up on shorty or whatever. I ain't with that. You know what I'm saying? So I can't defend that. I won't defend that or whatever. I think that spectrum of it needs some discussion. You know what I'm saying? Further, there's something going on. So as to a case of some people putting that out as rumors, I gotta confirm y'all now. Now, David Lewis ain't no motherfucking sucker. But you ain't gonna make me, you know what I'm saying? You don't do no sucker shit with me either. Well, yeah, I gotta continue on that, son. Like, I can't back that. You know what I mean? Like, do I think Cassie in it for money? Fuck yeah. That's my personal opinion. Do I think it's just specifically him and whatever? She got her happily ever after. That's what her happily ever after entails. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody got a happily ever after. You got to have a dream. So, you know what I'm saying? I want to say on the petition of him beating her and all that stuff, your first time here with me, I smoke on camera, I curse up on the tri-state, so that's what I do. As far as the petition of like the beatings and everything like that, that's too much for me, Sean. That was something else. That sound like you fighting yourself to not love her. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Some dudes know how to do that. And some women know how to do it too. But men, I can speak for men because I'm a guy. Some men will fight a woman loving them. You think I'm lying, right? Give me a second. I know about this very good. Some men will fight against a woman loving them because they have another woman in play. Let me explain. See, story goes that she was jealous of Gina, and she was jealous of Kim Porter to a certain extent, or she hated the relationship, the dynamic of the relationship. You understand what I'm saying? So, I got 2 kids by this nigga. It was wrong with me. Anyway, listen. She was jealous of that. She didn't have a baby. She couldn't understand. I won't even necessarily say jealous, but she couldn't understand it. You understand me? So, after 12, 13 years, I mean, a broad gonna do what she gonna do. That's a simple science. A chick gonna do what she gonna do. Women, I got 2 sisters. Women are on the time clock. So I don't blame a chick sitting with a motherfucker for 12, 13 years. I wouldn't tell my sister to sit with a nigga for 10 or 12, 13 years. You understand what I'm saying? Unless they had some dynamic that it was like, yo, we raising kids together. We got to understand it. You know what I'm saying? That type of thing happens. But this right out, give me a second, y'all. Sorry, I got water dripping on my screen. Ooh, shit. Hold on, y'all. There we go. This ordinary telling the chick, and I ain't walking nothing back either, fuck a bitch. But you know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, like, I wouldn't tell no chick to spend 12 years with a motherfucker and you ain't getting nothing out of it. I gotta, because I wouldn't want to spend 12 years with a motherfucker and don't get nothing out of it. You get what I'm saying? So on that one, I can back Cassie on that one. I gotta keep it 1,000 with it. You know what I'm saying? And that's just reality. As far as the beatings and shit, I ain't with that, son. You was beating her like a nigga. And like I said, you was beating her trying to get her away from you. You was hoping that would make her run away. Now let me tell y'all something else that y'all don't realize. Cassie is from a very small town. This small town, I've showed it several times on my ID. It's called New London, Connecticut, all right? Now, Connecticut girls are nothing like New York girls, okay? Now, if you get in the northern part of the state, the southern part of the state where I'm at, they kind of are. But if you go further northern, they become something else. They turn into this, like, New England type of nice girl. They stay like a girl from Augusta, Georgia, or some shit like that. That's the best comparison I could give you. So Cassie is from a town that would be like Augusta, Georgia, Stone Mountain or some shit. You understand what I'm saying? It's a small, quaint town. Pretty much everybody knows each other. I used to live there. That's why I show people my ID like 50 times. And people just don't pick up on it. I don't know. I ain't showing my ID no more. But I've shown it a million times now. I used to live in this town. I hustled in this town. I mean, money in this town. You know what I mean? So I know this town very well. I know the inhabitants of it. I know the people that are out there, et cetera, including Cassie. I was one of the first that told y'all about her brother. Y'all didn't even know she had a brother. I said her brother Roger. You know what I'm saying? She has another cousin named David out there that we know. So it's like, I'm not trying to pinpoint and say I got a closer position with this, but in this case I do. You know what I mean? It's a small town, and the girls out there, they have a certain demeanor about them, and they're raised a certain way. A lot of them girls out there are raised very well. And they come out like Cassie. Cassie was given this imagery that she was a bad girl, you know what I'm saying? And she really was a good girl. She was raised to be a good girl. And so with the standards of girls up there, and I said, once again, put your head in the placement of like, you know, the rural South, or put yourself in the placement of the Midwest or something like that. This is the type of mentality is comparison to out the further up north you go in Connecticut. You understand what I'm saying? The girls are very, how can you say it? What's the word you guys use? Demure. Very, very, you know what I'm saying? There's a certain way. I know what I'm talking about. I've lived in Connecticut almost all my life between here and New York. So with that being said, that's Cassie's disposition. I know the girls out there, and I'm saying most of the girls out there are like that. Some of the girls out in New London are a little rough. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all y'all green and gold. But most of the girls, especially in the area she lived at one moment, I think she moved out to Mystic or Old Stonington or one of the two. But especially the area she moved to after that, it's rural. It's very rural, it's very tranquil, it's very kind of country. You know what I'm saying? And that's what she grew up under. Now you take that, that's a far different place from somebody that grew up in Mount Vernon, New York, grew up around in the Bronx, coming back and forth to Harlem, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's a different mentality. And what you run into, well, you're going to understand that. You know what I'm saying? Once you run into that town out in New London, Connecticut, you're going to understand that. Now, there's somebody that lived out there, went to funerals out there, went to weddings out there, went to baby births out there, and everything else in the same town that Cassie's from. You understand what I'm saying? And including knowing people that went to high school with her. You know what I'm saying? I know people that went to high school with her, literally. The whole town out there, for y'all that don't know it, the whole town out there pretty much knows who Cassie is. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's through the records or personally. So, the demeanor that you saw in court, the many of y'all were sitting in court, that's her true demeanor. She's not a New York girl. She's from out in town, out there in Connecticut with us. Now, don't get it fucked up. Everybody in Connecticut ain't a townie. Let me get that out the way. Everybody ain't a townie. But Cassie would be considered a townie. You know what I'm saying? Without the superstar. Does that make sense now? Okay, cool. So, her demeanor and her character is what I want to sit here and explain to y'all. I heard that the psychiatrist, Miss Hughes or whatever, took the stand today. And I heard she had some testimony, some particular testimony that she was talking about. And it was in reference of people, once they're sexually assaulted, a pattern that they may follow, once in that point where they almost are ignoring the victimhood that's going on against them, or victimizing that's going on against them. And I said, okay, I see your point. But I had to back up because I was like, well, there's A lot of examples, not just a few, but a lot of examples. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of examples of her. Now, I don't need to do no parasite cleansing, brother. I don't need to do no shit like that. Why would you just come in here and say some shit like that? What made you say that, underrated? I'm going to keep going, but I just want to hear why you say that. Which some people may consider their way ain't my way. Fair? If you want to, you know what I'm saying, continue to talk about it, go ahead. It's fine. You got the chat room open. I'm not going to block you. I'm trying to get on some more shit now. Shout me out. Shout you out. Shout you out for what? I don't shout niggas out. Nigga, you didn't even say hi. Hi, I'm Embley. Okay, what's going on? So, yeah, that's pretty much where Cassie's from. I mean, like, do your own research or whatever. You'll find that out for yourself. She's from a rural place. So a lot of people used to get mistaken. I told people this shit a year ago. I said, Cassie is not from New York. Cassie's from out here in Connecticut. You know what I'm saying? So is one of your other favorites, Dawn from In Vogue. Remember her? She had some situations going on just recently or whatever. Dawn from In Vogue. She's from New London, Connecticut. Do your research. Do your Googles. Because all the processed food had a system. I'm sure you know some things they lie about. Because all the processed foods and how the system is, I'm sure you know some things they lie about. I mean, they lie about a little bit of everything. Pink slime, mold, food, and fucking, a lot of preservatives have changed. A lot of preservatives have your food tasting different, so I agree with you on that. A lot of preservatives that they've added in the past 5 or 10 years, I think are alluded to a lot of other viruses, things like that, or some question of viruses, shit like that. So I hope I answer your question. But we ain't having a conversation about that. We're talking about the thing here. Cassie, in 12 or 13 years, we found out that she done lied a couple of times. We done found out that she didn't went back over there or whatever. And I think they had to provide an answer for why she did that. That's what I think. I think they had to provide an answer. But you can't provide an answer of why you went and got $20 million from Puff, and then you threatened to sue the other people for the tape or whatever, but the tape is being showed in court. So you got $10 million from them, you got $20 million from Puff. That's a lot of bread. You understand what I'm saying? That's a lot of bread. That, she stayed with him for 12 years. How does that break down, y'all? How does $30 million break down? What's that, like $2 million a year, something like that? It ain't much. It ain't much. Yeah, let's see, 10 times 3, that's like $3 million a year. That ain't a lot of money. Yeah, you know, it ain't a lot of money. That ain't a lot of money at all. So, not for how long she was around. So, with that one, I got to give her that. Puff, I got to say this to Puff. Puff, the whole time we work for you, right? I'm hearing you got bags of 10 grand giving to the bitches and shit, prostitutes. You know what I'm saying? What about the film? You know what I'm saying? Now, can I ask that question? What about the film? Can we eat too? You know what I'm saying? Out here giving hookers $10,000 a pop. You know what I'm saying? Like, God damn, Puff. That's all I'm saying. Nigga, we love you, but God damn. Out here giving hookers 20,000. Y'all hear about the numbers? Man, Puff was out here doing it, B. 10,000 a pop. 10,000 a pop. You know what I'm saying? I can't back that, son. I can't back that. I can't back the semen on the nipples. I can't back that, son. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? Your sexual fetish is your sexual fetish. You understand what I'm saying? But I can't back that shit. Oh, I can't back that shit. I'm sorry, Puff. I love you. I can't back that shit. I can't back you, have it on. I didn't know you was on all them goddamn drugs. Boy, you lucky not to be dead. Like, real talk, my nigga. Like, fuck all the dumb shit. Puff was on drugs real bad, bro. Real bad, it seems. You understand what I'm saying? And that might attest for some of his behavior. Like, Puff been known for screaming on niggas and shit like that. I just ain't know nothing about him beating nobody. You know what I mean? Y'all make sure y'all share this and get this out. I seen the whole 17 years I was around, I seen him shout. He shouted at us before. But he ain't never threatened no violence like, yo, if y'all niggas don't shut up, I'm gonna kill one of y'all. You know what I'm saying? He ain't never say nothing like that to us. You know what I'm saying? But I gotta think of all these different times when, you know, and that's what's obviously with Kalina and Do y'all remember last week when I told you, I said the last time I saw Kalina and all them, I saw them at, y'all weren't paying attention, were you? I said the last time I saw her was at Central Park. Y'all remember that when I told y'all that? Y'all fucking with the wrong people, I keep trying to tell y'all, but I try to tell y'all then, I was like, yo, the last time I seen Kalina, I'm gonna clip that shit. I said the last time I seen Kalina and Dirty Money as a group was at the Central Park joint. I told y'all that if you was paying attention, you would have heard me. You know what I'm saying? And I reiterated it like twice, I think. I'm gonna clip it up, put it up for y'all so y'all know I said it with the date attached. Well, just to let y'all know I said it beforehand. I'm just telling y'all, pay attention. I said it. I literally said it. I don't know why people dropped off when I said it, because I said it. I did say it. That was the last time I was around. Matter of fact, I think I've said it 2 or 3 times. So, as far as like y'all want to know a statement from me from what I heard so far, as far as like what's going on, whatever, a couple people are gonna get mad, say I don't have the tea. My perspective is gonna be different from yours, and that's what that's what people don't understand. Of course I'm gonna have a different perspective from you. I worked for this man for a number of years. Of course I'm gonna have a different perspective of you. You understand what I'm saying? And I want some of the worst things not to be true. I absolutely do. Because, see, I'm gonna have some kids one day, right? Probably in the next year or 2. And when I have my kids, one of the strong points I got to tell my kids is, yo, when I was young, when I was 21, we was out here, we was chasing money, we was in this state, we was in that state, we Puff, and you know what I'm saying? And it's hard enough to be able to tell them stories now. Who you talking about, Puff? The nigga that you know what I'm saying? Paying broads, paying niggas, paying niggas 10 grand a pop. I'm like, damn, and the fam couldn't get none. You gotta think about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you giving strangers 10 grand a pop, but the fam can't get nothing? God damn. God damn. Yeah, Puff, you gotta straighten this out, brother. A lot of people, you know, it ain't about rooting for him to get out. Don't pay attention to everybody saying, oh, he's losing, because when you talk to ex-prosecutors, when you talk to a lot of other people, they paint a whole different picture. So I'm paying attention to ex-prosecutors and things like that. So like I'm telling y'all, feel free to pay attention to whoever y'all want to as far as bloggers. I don't care about that. You see, I'm sitting here talking, I'm talking some real shit, and niggas is just it's not connected with them. So I'm only meant to connect with certain people. I'm not, some people are used to a brand of blogging, it seems like, that's just speculative, gossiping, and let's take them down. You know what I'm saying? Let's pile on them and take it. That's not my style. Y'all never catch me in a video piling on people, because I just don't believe in that. There's been some niggas on here that done me dirty. And I'd be like, yo, I see niggas, I have an opportunity, you know what I mean, to jump on them, and I don't. I just don't do it. I think it's corny. Something else, because when we talk about Puff, we got to talk about Lil Rod, too. Lil Rod, what's going on, Lil Rod? So I did my little depth and research or whatever. Lil Rod's allowed to be in the courtroom. Of course he's allowed to be in the courtroom with Tisa Tells. Yeah, Lil Rod, you proud to be in the courtroom with Tisa Tells. Oh, shit, this shit is funny down here, boy. You know what I'm saying? But don't worry about it, boys. The riff rap will be gone soon. They'll be gone soon. Anyway, Lil Rod, I'm now finding out, happens to be the sole supplier of what's going on with Puff right now. Did y'all know that? Lil Rod evidently opened up an investigation based on his motion. You understand what I'm saying? With his lawsuit and everything like that. And that's cool. You got the right to, file a lawsuit. Everybody got a right for a lawsuit. But I just want to let y'all know the nigga was working with the police, right? Toria, I seen lots of freaking, but still see no RICO. I'm going to get into that. Trafficking, bribery. The last time I saw a law school, they you did your bedroom was not against the law. There you go. I don't want to talk to no bloggers about this situation. I'm not a lawyer myself. That's why in the past, I've always quoted, and I noticed yesterday was brought up again, Rule 413. I told y'all about Rule 413. If y'all remember, I keep telling y'all consistently, Rule 404, 404B, and Rule 412 and Rule 413 are going to be heavily used in this. And I read these statutes out to y'all a long time ago. It's still on my page. I read them out to you. I even titled the video that. So y'all would know what the statutes are. If you just go read it, you'll understand exactly. You'll be further in the game if you read that. That's why I said some niggas ain't gonna connect with you because you so far. See, I don't have to be here at this courthouse. For me to know everything that's going on, I don't have to be at this courthouse. And I can guarantee you, I know a lot more than you do. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to believe that. You can say, well, I'm sitting in the courtroom. Okay. I don't have, pay attention again. I don't have to sit in the courtroom. You know what I mean? That's for the spectators. I'm not a spectator. I'm a participator as far as I was in the music industry or whatever. Now, I want to jump into what Toria said right here, because she said something that was very impactful right there. She said, I'm sorry, I've seen lots of freaking, but still, I've not seen no RICO or sex trafficking or bribery. Now, I saw this break down today and broke down by a prosecutor, right? And it was very interesting. The prosecutor broke it down. This is an ex-prosecutor that has filed RICO charges on people, has seen over RICO cases or whatever. He was put into some things also, like, we're not having a domestic violence trial here. You understand what I'm saying? That's first and foremost and paramount. It's not a case like that. And so some people have been mistaken that it is a case like that. And the case, Cassie being on, what's her name? Cassie being on the stand is somehow condescending with what the charges actually are. No, what they're doing is they're trying to use Cassie as an example point, once again, Rule 404, Rule 404B, to set up and show what? Reputation. And so that was the same thing that was used. What was it? Ex-assistant chick, the other dude that testified today, the other ex-assistant or whatever. This was a point when Puff started hiring motherfuckers for like a year or two and then get rid of them. You should go professional. You were a talented rapper. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I appreciate it, man. I'm gonna have a few rap songs in my new project. I promise that, because some people was like, yo, you ain't doing rap no more. I was like, yeah. But I'll have some new rap songs, but it's only gonna be like 3 of them. The rest of it is gonna be R&B shit. I just want to see how people react to that. I appreciate that whistling, that energy though. But this one guy, he testified or whatever, and you know, it doesn't fit into the equation of what they're trying to point to per se. And I think that's the problem right now. There's some people that claim they're analysts and they think they know what's going on and blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? Blah, 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 blah. You mean a lot to them motherfuckers that don't mean shit. You know what I'm saying? You mean a whole lot to them motherfuckers that don't mean shit. You know what I'm saying? Average motherfucker is a follower. You ain't know that, you know now. The average person, y'all give me a second, I'm just plugging on my phone. The average person is a follower. You always got to keep that in mind. So they're going to follow, and they're going to follow behind everything that certain individuals do here on this internet. I don't want to say, I don't fuck with followers. You always notice I'm by myself. I told niggas like the other day, like when I'm back down here, don't come talking to me. I don't want to talk to you. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to talk to niggas. I don't need niggas on camera. I heard Big Midwest was down here the other day. Big Midwest got a right to be down here, whatever his position is. You know what I'm saying? Somebody asked me I had a problem with Gene Dill. No, I don't have a problem with Gene Dill. Welcome back to the town. I don't know how long you here, but welcome back to the town, Harlem. You know what I'm saying? He know the vibes, but nah, I don't have no problem with Gene Dill being down here at all. Gene Dill used to work for Bad Boy. Whether it was not as long as the duration of us, but prior to that, you know what I'm saying? If that nigga wouldn't have been around, it wouldn't be no Bad Boy. And I'll leave him to tell y'all that story. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for him and said the gang, you know what I mean? It wouldn't have been nothing. So, you know what I mean? Like what I'm gonna say, I pay homage to niggas, bro. I just paid homage the other day to a particular gentleman that started our program. Without him, we would have never been in the music business. See what I'm saying? So you gotta pay homage to certain people, whatever. Big Midwest being down here, that's his business. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, what y'all want me to say? You know what I'm saying? I saw our niggas fanned out though. Yay! That's why I said this shit turned into the BET Awards, my nigga. It shouldn't have turned into the BET Award. That's why I said after that clip went viral. Let me tell you, y'all can go check that clip out on Marvin Gaye's page for Fresh and Fit. A couple other people are circulating the clip too, or whatever, trying to create narratives. I want to give a shout out. This one dude down here, I don't know what your name is, Ugo, something to start with an O, or whatever. Even though you was one of them niggas that said some shit, I appreciate you the way you did the video. I will say that much. I appreciate how you did the video. You know what I'm saying? Because the nigga he's a vlogger. He didn't do no funny style shit. Like certain niggas that ass shit or whatever, you know, whatever. And I'll talk about that again in a few seconds here, whatever. Because I seen Queen Split down here the next day. I came down here, and by the time I came down here, it was gone. And I looked around real quick. I didn't see his moms, but I didn't want to be down here too long. I was like, certain people ask something of me because they know how I am. So I was like, all right, I'll do that. You know what I mean? I'll do that. Anybody got any questions for me? Let me continue on. So let me keep on going here. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Crazy how people be flagging me just because I'm talking. Like, even if I say something in their favor, they say, no, we gonna still flag them. That's crazy, bro. That's some cheap way of playing. Like, stuff, I don't be in nobody's chat flagging them. Let me say what I gotta say. Let me say my shit. Why niggas flagging me for? Kinds of shit for nothing. Now, as far as sex trafficking, RICO, I ain't seen nobody else produce yet. But that doesn't mean we still got, what, 5-6 weeks left in the case. So as far as the RICO thing, I don't know how that's gonna build. I don't know what they... You know what I'm saying? I have no idea as far as that because that's on the prosecution side, so how would I? As far as the trafficking, sex trafficking, I think they can lean towards it. They're trying to use Cassie as an example. Most people right now are saying there's a possibility he could beat this. I don't think they've built a cohesion link steady enough to bridge that being a factor because when you look at it like this, Cassie got up on her own and started traveling. That's why they needed that psychiatrist today to kind of make it look like, okay, well, she ain't know what she was doing because she was traumatized. Maybe so, but unless she was diagnosed at that very same moment or within that year or two or whatever, I mean, what else do you have to go on? She checked herself into some type of healing process center or something like that. I don't know what the hell that place was. I thought it was a rehab center, and then everybody said, no, it's not a rehab center. It's a place where you go to get emotionally lifted and spiritually atoned and, you know, all that esoterical shit I don't believe in. But, yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's what they said she went to. So, I mean, you can use that, I guess, but the only thing about it is it's not, is it accredited therapy? You understand what I'm saying? Is it accredited? And that's a problem. Like, I'll give you an example. You could go to a doula. You know what a doula is? They deliver babies, right? And so you can go to a doula and tell them to deliver your baby. And they might do a great job of delivering your baby, but in reality, they're not an LPN, they're not an RN, they're not a practitioner. You understand what I'm saying here? So really, they're not an accredited doctor. So you can't take any doctoral, you're not really supposed to take any doctorate advice from them. You're not supposed to, you get what I'm saying? So that's the point I was getting at with that right there. Like, it's going to take a little bit to try to get that. Do I think Puff gonna walk? I have no idea. I have no idea. I have no idea whatsoever. And nobody else does either. And I hate when a lot of people try to give their interpretation. This ain't taking, if you just joining in, I just already said, I was like, yo, Puff, you's a nasty nigga, man. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You feel me? Like, you know, love is love, nigga, but you's a nasty nigga. You know what I'm saying? Puff was a nasty nigga. Hey, don't deny that. I'm not even trying to get past that. Like, y'all heard the same thing I heard. Like, what I look like. And I told y'all it would be that. You know what I'm saying? No, it's not recognized in the therapy realm. Thank you. That's what I said. I didn't know. You get what I'm saying, right? Like, my mother's worked in that profession, so I know what I'm talking about. And like, a doula is not inclusive in that. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if her therapy was inclusive of that either. That's what you told my Toria. So I wanted to point that out to people because people are not understanding that. They would have to recognize that in the courtroom, and it would be a decision upon the judge at that point. So I can't say, me personally, you know what I'm saying? That's up to the judge. I'm not a judge. That's what I mean, acting in facility as if you're one of these people, a judge, the jury, and speaking how you think they're thinking when you actually don't have any confirmation if that's how they're thinking or not. I think that's a disjustice to people. Like, people come out this courtroom, this is how the jury was thinking, and this is how the prosecution was thinking. How the fuck do you know unless you're working with them? One of the two. A lot of people don't ask that either. I think there's 3 motherfuckers that show up at this courtroom that are working with the police. I really believe that. It's only going to take me a little bit of time to figure out who it is, but there's definitely 3 people at this courtroom, the courtroom that's working with police. Please believe remember when I told you that. It's at least 3 of them. I got it nailed down to 1 of them. You know what I'm saying? But she thinks she is. Oh, shit. I'm safe. Believe me, I'm safe. Why? Why you safe? Oh, that way. I do things differently. Who's that? Jalen saying, what's going on, man? Now, we just kicking the good gospel. I'm down here at the courtroom or whatever as y'all can see here. I wanted to show y'all something. I came down here real quick. You know what I'm saying? I was doing some other shit. I've been working on some other things, but we over here. I'm in the cut, though. You know what I'm saying? This is why I was pointing out how this shit has turned into a concert. Look at this. These niggas just, let me tell y'all something, right? So y'all see these niggas right here? They get paid $20 an hour to sit there and watch people's seats so they can come into the courtroom. Ain't that crazy? These niggas got tents out here. It's pouring down raining out this motherfucker. Niggas got tents out here and shit. These niggas is wildin'. I will be doing well. What up? What's going down, D? Ain't shit. What's going on? Jalen, oh man, I'm trying to, man. It's raining out here, man. I had to take me a little sabbatical. You know, that video, which y'all saw got clipped up. It's on Myron Gaines' channel from Fresh and Fit. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Myron. He been, you know, they had a little speech about it and talked about it. I hope he goes some further in. Myron, if you hear this, invite me over, man, when y'all had that conversation. I'll go on his podcast. There's a whole bunch of stuff I want to talk to about with him. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we can get some condition on some of these things he be talking about sometimes. Mr. Steele and Nicole Westford are two excellent defense attorneys. They also work the YSL trial. Yeah, that's another thing, too. A lot of people don't put in the fact that the YSL case was a federal case. A lot of people don't put in fact that, and that was drugs. You understand? Drugs, murder, all kinds of stuff was involved in that. Ain't nobody get murdered in Puff's business here. That's why I try to hold paramount. It's not a point of defending him. I'm just talking about what's been presented. Here's y'all shit. Puff, you's a nasty nigga. You know what I'm saying? Puff, I can't stand with you rubbing, you know, the shanims on your chest. You know what I'm saying? What the? Oh my God, what we gotta do? This is my first one night stand. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm dead tired. I ain't seen no rape. I ain't seen nothing like that. I'm talking about, there's girls that got down when they was younger. Some of y'all girls know girls that got down. See, you can't ask me to keep it real about Puff, but you want to keep it real about you. That's fake. That's the problem with these women that are coming down to this courtroom, too. They're starting a different vibration. You can't ask for somebody to keep it real and you being fake. I said, there's a whole bunch of girls that when they were 18, 19, 20, I can ask any random dude out here, he's going to tell you the same thing. I ask any random woman out here. They used to bust down when they was younger. You understand what I'm saying? And a lot of y'all know them. A lot of them, y'all helped them with their baby. So I'm being real. We can't agree to that, but we can agree that Puff was nasty. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's the hypocrisy, and that's why you ladies gonna have a problem in the long run with this argument, because you want to be one-sided about it. You want on one hand to be like, oh, Puff is terrible, da 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 da. Some of these things, yeah, he is terrible, but I can't back that shit up. But at the same time, you got to talk about the reality. The reality is a lot of these girls out here busted down when they were young. That's how they became teen parents. A lot of them. It's to the point, I heard this one guy say, I think it's out of every 10 families, whether they're single families or whatever, in the Black and Latin community, I think 7 out of something or 6 out of something is single parent homes. That shit's crazy. That shit's crazy. Let me share this, y'all, because a lot of people be getting mad at me because I say little certain things. I'm sorry, I can't be correct podcast if that's what you're looking for. You got the wrong guy. Nah, not me. I will say this. Outside the beatings, which I find disgusting from Puff, that shit don't fly with me, dog. You was beating that woman like a man. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I can't stand by that. I saw the bruises. She was fucked up, son. I can't really defend that. What'd you say? Why you up? Hold on 1 second. Your message got retracted, Toria. Write it again. I think you put something in, like a cuss word or something. Toria, if you still here, rewrite your comment. I always like your comments. I fuck with Toria. Toria, if you still here, rewrite your comment. I always like your comments. I fuck with Toria. Toria been over here for a long time. Rewrite your comment because it got retracted. Like if you put certain words in your sentence, it'll retract it. I got it set up like that because people used to come in here and say crazy stuff to me. So please write your comment again. I'll read your comment regardless. You ain't got to go along with me. Write your comment. I want to hear what y'all got to say. I want to hear what y'all got to say. What do y'all think so far about what's going down with Puff? I want to hear your reactions. I want to hear what you got to say. I want to hear all that. Because right now, I got to say, I think Champ looked nasty as fuck. Like, I ain't even going to hold you. And I think you definitely had a serious drug problem. I just didn't know it was to that point, my nigga. Niggas is out here talking about Puff had an overdose back in a couple years ago, back when I was around. Yeah, I can't back him on that. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody get into it with their broad. Don't get me wrong. Everybody got, especially if you married or something like that, y'all gonna have that one night. You know what I'm saying? She smack you, you smack her, and then that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody has those, especially if you married a long period of time. You're not supposed to, but it can happen and it will happen. My thing is, when you get into this whooping a bitch's ass, because, like, I mean, the way it translated to me, it was like, yo, bitch, I told y'all, like, my eggs cold. Pow! Like, that was some shit for the Boondocks. Y'all ain't never seen that shit? That one episode with the pimp named Slickback, and then it was the light-skinned chick, kind of reminiscent of Cassie. And he was like, bitch, I told y'all, like, when they were showing she was with the other boyfriend. He's like, bitch, I don't like my eggs cold. I was like, God damn, Puff wildin'. Smack a bitch over eggs? I saw you go off on a vlog that I laughed so hard. The next day they had 2 security guards. That was a waste of money. Nobody was going to do anything to that cartoon. Yo, word of my mother, let me tell y'all, right? Hold on. I got to go in on that. Y'all want me to talk a little bit about that? All right, so first of all, before I even get into this discussion, I want to tell Queen Flip from Joe Budden's podcast or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Y'all make sure he gets this too. Tell him come over here. I want to tell Queen Flip, you know what I'm saying? Important self, you know what I'm saying? But I also got to say this, Playboy. I didn't know that was your mother. I'm not familiar with your mother. I'm familiar with you. To me, she was a stranger. You understand what I'm saying? So I want to, you know, say respectfully. And I told her then, so she got it. But you know what I'm saying? Because she says it in the video. It's several videos. She said, I know. I said, okay, I hope you know I ain't got nothing with you. I don't even understand why you defending this wooga booger. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I mean? Relax. No, I ain't doing nothing to you. And they was trying to paint it, and let me explain that, what was deep in that. What y'all missed was, and that I'm picking up my phone, y'all. What y'all missed, it wasn't Queen Flip's mom that was trying to paint me as some villain or whatever. It wasn't her. Like a couple people will say, yo, da-da-da-da. No, it was that chick that was in that print, that black chick that was in that print shit. And that's why I said that broad, I don't know who the fuck she was, but she sat there the whole time while that girl was going off, laughing and giggling. When she was showing Myron her breast, she was laughing and giggling. When she was up in Myron's place talking about Myron should have been aborted and all this, she was laughing and giggling. And then when somebody give her back the same energy, now bitches is crying. You understand what I'm saying? And so, Queen Split Mom, I know she know the energy of people from the tri-state. So I think that's why she got involved. I didn't know that was his mom's. I watched some clip, I forgot who it was, somebody sent it to me. I watched it, I seen it with his mom's or whatever. It was like the next day. So I was like, you know what I'm saying? Yo, son, nah, I ain't like that. You know what I mean? I even told her and she got it too. She said it herself. You know what I'm saying? So, Miss Lady, if you feel, you know what I'm saying, any type of way or whatever, like I said one more time, I don't know many times I could redefine it, but I ain't have nothing with you. I said it in the video. I said it looking you right in your eye. And for some people's perspective, I'm going to take homeboy shit and put it up because he got a different perspective too. It's from behind, and you'll see, because some people's like, yo, you was pointing at his mom. No, when I was pointing at that chick. I was pointing at that chick. And I told her at one point, I said, yo, get her. You know what I'm saying? Get her. Like, I'm backing up, as y'all gonna see me, and she's still walking towards me. And then she said in the video, she said, yo, I'll cut you or something. I said, you gonna do what to who? That's where y'all hear me say, what? She said, nigga, I'll cut you. I said, what? She said something, she was gonna do something to me. I was like, you ain't gonna do shit to me out here. You don't even understand. The order's being watched right now. I learned everything needed the first day of the testimony from Cassie's own mouth. She said on the stand, I was a regular user of ecstasy before I was with Puff. So he was live at 19, she left home. Yeah, see, a lot of people don't, I keep bringing that up too. You know who we need on the stand up this motherfucker? Ryan Leslie. Puff, if you listen. Well, yo, if anybody listening, right? The person you want to go get, since you got Kid Cudi coming up this motherfucker, which is a waste of time, but it really is. But because I mean, you don't even need him on the stand or whatever. If you're gonna have Kid Cudi up this motherfucker, you need to get Ryan Leslie up this bitch too. Facts. But anyway, long story short, back to the shit with Flip's mom and all that shit or whatever, because I want to get that out the way. I ain't like how niggas pinned that. I don't like how niggas was like had that online and all that. I don't like it. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm saying it from my mouth. You know what I'm saying? Miss Lady, poor me, you know what I'm saying? Whatever went down or whatever, but like I said, at the same time, Miss Lady, you wasn't involved in it. I don't know why you got yourself involved in that shit. Like, and I just don't understand why none of the women out there broke that shit up. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, Tina Gray? I just don't understand why none of the women out there broke that shit up. And that's some of the shit I speak to when I say it's okay. It seems like for a lot of these ladies to do what they doing based off how they feel, but they ain't, you know what I mean? Like, they thought it was funny at first. That's my point. They thought everything that woman was doing was funny. And I was like, yo, this shit ain't funny. Because one of these dudes out here, what could have happened was, anywhere else in New York, somebody would have did something to her. I'm trying to tell you. Niggas would have did something to her. She wouldn't even have got that far with it. And that's what I think Queens Flip's mom was more familiar with, that type of delivery. Because out in Queens, somebody would have did something to her wilding out on niggas like that. She would have been up in the project somewhere, QB, anywhere, left rack, anywhere. Niggas would have did something to her. You understand what I'm saying? And she don't. That's why she acting like that, because nobody never did nothing to her. I'm not gonna do something to her, but somebody will do something to you. So that's why I'm trying to tell you, ladies, stop jumping in men's faces. You don't know these men. Some men don't give a damn about your feelings. They don't care if you're a woman, none of that. I'm trying to tell you. And that old guys have that temperament where they can take cool. You know what I'm saying? I hate people who come down there and getting in the courtroom, coming out there telling lies. I'm hearing the actual transcript. All right, so y'all catching up now, right, Toria? Y'all catching up. Toria, anybody in particular you talking about? I just want to hear from your mouth. Anybody in particular you talking about? Let me tell you who I dude is at least being fair, is that Amon Wiggins dude. You know what I'm saying? I seen him down here. Hold on one second. I seen son down here in person or whatever. Having Kid Cudi testify just shows how. That's why I said that shit weak. Like, niggas actually said Kid Cudi's not gonna testify today. I was like, so? Who? Anybody actually give a fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, you can look at the evidence and say what he did. I mean, you don't really need this fucker to testify. Yeah, I would agree with that too. But I just want to finish this up about the Queen Swift thing and everything like that or whatever. I want to get that the fuck out of the way. Yeah, I didn't even know that was his moms. If I had known that was his moms or whatever, I would even address them. You know what I'm saying? And I evidently she run her own podcast and all that too. So, you know what I'm saying? One of y'all get the message to or whatever. I had some nigga in here named J.E. the other day or whatever, and I was like, yo, tell her, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think she know that. That's what I'm saying. Like, you know what I mean? She wasn't no bad woman. Yeah, she wasn't no bad woman, but to the older G's, the older female G's, y'all gotta start letting them. Back in y'all day, y'all used to let these chicks take an ass whooping. I'm not talking about from me. I'm talking about somebody. One of the women out there should have checked her. There was a lot of older women out there. It should have, especially at the point when she pulled her breasts out. It's y'all duty, not just to jump in my face when y'all think something going on. I gotta say this, or be like, yeah, you look like you gonna do something to her. This chick has been sitting here. The video was 15 minutes with me in it. She had been sitting there for at least 25 minutes before I showed up. You see what I'm saying? Just taunting Myron, calling them all kinds of names, and I mean everything, just disgusting shit. And I'm just like, how are these women getting mad now? That was my only question. I was like, how y'all getting mad now though? Y'all give me a second, I just dropped something. I said, how y'all getting mad now though? Y'all getting mad when I flame her back? Like that shit crazy to me, but you know, it is what it is. He is about the only one coming out telling the truth and throwing a few jokes in between, just his personality. The one in the wig and underwear. Who the one in the wig and the underwear? Who is that? I don't know who that is. Who the wig and the oh, that chick. Oh yeah, that motherfucker. Let me tell you, man, like a lot of women coming down here lately with a vibration with them. I ain't talking about all women or whatever, but honestly and truthfully, I think that Tisha Tell chick, she brought that energy. That energy wasn't here at this courtroom. And so she's very purposeful because she wants to see Puff convicted. She wants to see any black male go to jail, in my opinion, unless it's somebody that's a black male that fits up to her caliber of standards, which is really like some Gestapo shit. You know what I'm saying? Oh nah, I didn't see it. I ain't see it. Nah, you know, my niggas saw what happened or whatever. And they were just like, yo, stay away from down there for a day or two, cause that shit don't look good with Puff upstairs and shit like that. So I was like, I got you. You know what I'm saying? So, cause that video on Myra's page got 300,000 views. You can understand what I'm saying with me in it. And then there's another dude, he got it up. It's got something like 100,000. There's a lot of views on that, with my face in it or whatever. And everybody keep coming to the same conclusion. It's like, yo, this kid from England, I forgot, Lanasso or something. I wanted to say your name, Lanasso or something like that. This kid from England, he tried to joke me though, cause my mouth was dry. Yo, nigga, I was yelling and screaming, so it was like I had finished smoking a cigarette. My mouth was dry as hell when I was arguing, but you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. He tried to joke me a little bit, but he kept it real. He said, yo, that man was defending himself. All these videos on YouTube of that Tisa chick running in and out of the courthouse is sickening. You can tell she's a hater. I'd like to know who she is, where she come from. Okay, so some people are telling me she from California, right? And we got like 3 or 4 California bloggers out here. My thing is like, you know, like, all right, check it out. If I was in Cali and I showed up and I was acting the way this chick was acting or whatever, the homies would be outside ready to check me, right? Is that fair? Is that fair? The homies would be outside ready to check me. Is that fair? Somebody from the representation of California, whether it be blue or red or green or whatever, would come and check me. Whether it be a different type of a starter hat, if you understand what I'm saying, whatever. Somebody would come and check me and they would question me about it. So I'm asking the question, why are you in our city? And then like you taking claim with niggas is, you know, like Big Gene Dill, he ain't from here. But at the same time, he's respected here and everybody know him here in the tri-state. And, you know, niggas tend to, you know, like, she got turned up when Gene got in town. Like, I'm trying to figure out what the plays are. So that's why you know what I mean? There's a lot of plays being played. I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying is, I think she was trying to bounce off Gene and Gene wasn't really even paying attention. He was like, yeah, all right. Like, Gene don't attach himself to motherfuckers like that. He really don't. He'll do the job, but he won't attach himself to people like that. She used to be a cartoon character. Yeah, I mean, like, the extra animated shit, and she thinks she's not being watched. That's the funny thing about it. Like, niggas is talking about her. And I ain't talking about, like, she told a lie last week, and she said, okay, she was down here for 4 days, right, Toria? Tuesday she showed up. That's when I first saw her with Lil Rod. Then Wednesday, and then Thursday, and then, of course, Friday. So that's 4 days, right, she was here, and then the weekend came. She waited until the weekend to say, yeah, and Puff gave me a dirty look in the courtroom, and guys, guess what? And I'm just like, did you shut the fuck up? Factory. You understand what I'm saying? They got Shorty right there. So she tried to put it across like niggas is gonna dump her or something. Like, we ain't putting niggas in trunks and shit like that. I don't know why they keep telling these fibs about Bad Boy. We ain't putting nobody in no trunks. We chilling. Got no criminal organization. Those are all lies, and I don't know why people keep spreading that. You know what I'm saying? And I hate to see Puff up and it's just crazy. I heard that one guy to testify today. He said, when I got hired, they told me, listen, this is Puff's show, and Puff runs everything. Ain't nobody tell you that shit. And somebody told you that shit, they told you that shit just to scare you. You know what I'm saying? And to working harder and minding your business. Ain't nobody tell you that. In the beginning of her YouTube, did not show her face. She made herself an actual cartoon. Oh, for real? Tisa woman, she an actress or a former singer. Is she someone in the... No, she ain't nobody in the industry. That's the whole thing. She ain't never been in the industry. Like, the closest nigga I seen her talk to in the industry that was part of the industry, ain't nobody fucking with that nigga. That nigga living off residuals right now. You know what I'm saying? He said it out his own mouth. I told y'all from the beginning, I said, yo, this is... Son, just like Alex Fine. Nigga, once you make that move, a lawsuit, start suing somebody else's girl or something like that, it's over for you. Niggas can't trust you no more. That's why I always made sure I didn't put myself in that predicament. Where niggas feel like the industry still fuck with me because they know they can trust me. I'm a trustworthy motherfucker, trust me. I am a trust, and I'm not just talking my own horn. Niggas will tell you that. I'm always been solid with niggas. And I stick to what I say I'm gonna do. My little motherfucking self, like I say. Anyway, back to Shorty. Her vibration down here, when she showed up, has changed the game down here. Everybody thinks this is the BET Awards. This ain't the BET Awards. Puff is on trial for his life right now. And I don't care how you feel about that, whatever. State your opinion in the chat room. I'm not gonna block you. But my point is, he on trial for his life. So all the anime shit and all that is just getting corny. But I think once that bitch get the fuck up on out of here, it'll be alright. You know what I'm saying? It's dying down now, but her vibration is just bringing everything down. It's like, to her, she acts like the Courtroom is the Tisa Tell show or some shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, yo. And then, like, there's another thing, too. I know she got in the back of her mind, she bumped me out the way or some shit. Nah, bitch. Nah, bitch. Quite the opposite. But you can think that, though. You know what I'm saying? Feel free. You know what I mean? The only people Diddy turned to was his kids, first day. Cassie was on the stand and looked back and saw his kids were okay. Yeah, you know what, man? I want to speak on that real quick, too, because in regard to Tisa Tells. Tisa actually was making fun of Lil Baby Love before on her show. And right then and there, I was just like, yo, I don't fuck with this bitch. I don't fuck with no chick that sit up here and make fun of a 3-year-old girl. That's a kid. You understand what I'm saying here? And so we got to take it in perspective like that. And we got to be sensitive regardless of how we feel. His kids are watching this shit. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of y'all be like, oh, well, Justin and them, they older. They said, okay, but he got other kids that's younger. He got girls that's younger than the twins. He got a girl that's younger than the twins. He got another little baby that's 3 years old. And she's seeing shit. You know what I'm saying? And I know I wouldn't want my kids seeing this shit. You know what I'm saying? To the depth that I got to watch bloggers talk about us too. So y'all lean off the kids. And I already told y'all what the vibes is. You try to jump on one of them at the courthouse. Because I heard a couple of niggas trying to get loud and trying to be seen and shit. Don't think I don't know. I know everything. Even when I'm not around. The only people Diddy turned to was his first day was his kids. I did see a short video where she practically jumped into Gene Dale's arms. Yeah, that was the one I'm talking about. Somebody had said in her chat room, it was like, yeah, Gene Dale, I'm gonna find him, tell him to find me. Gene, I need an interview. Like, this bitch really thinks she like some top-end reporter, and I'm just like, yo, y'all niggas is dumb as fuck. That bitch is an airhead, dog. For real, that bitch is an airhead. Yeah, I played it before on my show. Hold on one second. I played the clip before on my show when it first happened. I played it back for everybody. I'll get it again and play it again. I know what video it is, but yeah, she was talking about Baby Love, making fun of. She's made fun of Miss Janice Combs, called all kinds of names about a wig, all kinds of shit. Like, what the fuck the kids got to do? If Diddy did anything, what the fuck the kids got to do with it? You know, so whenever you get a woman that's willing to make fun of kids or whatever, I already automatically counsel you out. You ain't on shit. Don't ever trust no chick that sit around and make fun of people's kids and shit. Never. You know, so y'all do what y'all want to. But yeah, Shorty thinks she done pushed me out the way. I'm like, oh, word. Only thing that's confusing to me is, and I have to say this, is the fact that I'm amazed at how much money she can make. You understand what I'm saying? Just going upstairs, coming downstairs, and giving her translation of what's going on versus the actual transcripts would have showing something totally different. And I told y'all then, I said, just give it a second though. They're going to catch up. They're going to catch up. They're going to catch up and they're going to see what I'm talking about. I was like, yo, Shorty, what you saying and you coming to report and with the transcripts and with the quarters report is two different things. I just told niggas it's a video with her entitlement. So you can go look for yourself. The niggas didn't believe me, but I was just surprised. I was just like, yo, I've been doing this for 8 months, son. And I know y'all don't like me talking about donations and all that stuff or whatever, but I was like, there was 1 month I spent like $400 going back and forth between this shit. And I'm like, yo, I can't do this no more. $400 out of my own pocket, you know what I'm saying? And I'm seeing this chick get a cash app after cash app after cash, and she in my city. And then on top of that, they add insult to injury, right? It's New York motherfuckers donating to it. And that's the thing I want to talk to New Yorkers about. A lot of y'all New York niggas are some sucking niggas nowadays. I gotta put it out there for what it is. A lot of y'all niggas are some sucking niggas. Cause there's a lot of New York niggas that was watching me You understand what I'm saying? And y'all ain't put a penny forward towards me, but y'all donating to out-of-towners? Oh, y'all niggas is wild. You understand what I'm saying? These ain't the New York niggas I know. Yeah, one person just came down there Monday, screamed at kids today, asking them questions. I said, leave the kids alone. See that? See that? I'm trying to tell you, it's turning into a fucking rap concert, dog. I'm trying to tell you that. And everybody want to listen to me. I said, these motherfuckers think they at the club. They think they at the club. This is a courtroom. This ain't the club. So now y'all get what I'm saying. Toria said, yes, one person just, I wish I would have seen him. I wish I would have seen him. We're going to have to put a check on that, though, because trust me, man, I done already told niggas, you might might have to have high security for them to be on the upper side, because you can't have, sooner or later, somebody's going to take an initiative, and they're going to be like, yo, you know what, let me try to do something, you know what I mean, to anybody in that thing, and that could be detrimental for them, because trust me, if I see you do something to anybody in that van when they pull up, or that truck when they pull up, we all jumping on you. You understand? We can go handcuff and motherfucking handcuff. I see you jump on Janice Combs, I'm letting you know. You understand what I'm saying? Tell your lawyer, tell the police too, we beating you. For real. You jump on anybody in that car, we beating you. Facts. Like, that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? And I know Justin gonna lump you up. I know King gonna lump you up. And there's gonna be a couple other surprises. Be easy. I keep telling niggas, leave them kids alone, man. Kids ain't got nothing to do with kids. Is off limit. You got something to say something about Puff. That's the thing too. Niggas is real brave. They wouldn't even be fucking with Puff's kids if Puff was out. Y'all niggas was in fear. That's what I'm saying. Like even when Shorty coming up here, whatever, Puff was out, she wouldn't be talking all. You would never go into a room with all of us talking shit like that about Puff. So I don't know why the bitch keep pretending. There's a lot of pretending with these nerds. These niggas is nerds. Nerds. So that's why I want to come with that perspective right there. I'm out here in the rain. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I've been on this 8 months, if y'all don't know. Every day I've been down here, I was down here at this courtroom. Wasn't I, y'all? Now motherfuckers from everywhere is coming down here, so I'm just like, it's crazy. But like I said, there's going to be some protocols put into place. And hopefully there'll be strong ones, because this is crazy. Like, let me show y'all something. I'm going to turn the camera around. 8 months now. I've been coming down here. That's why I stopped coming down here, y'all. That's like I said. You just got that clip. This guy everywhere. But you see how this is? This never used to be like this right here. This right here was open. This is the only area for us. Now, all those wahoos you see down here now that are coming from California, like that Tisa Tales chick and everybody, they need to get rid of her out the courtroom, period. You know what I'm saying? They need to get rid of her. But this is the whole area that we were at. You know what I'm saying? And this was our space. Wasn't nobody out here arguing, wasn't nobody out here yelling, wasn't nobody out here screaming, wasn't nobody out here popping in bloggers' faces and shit. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, it's just like, for to see it turn into what it's turned into lately, it's kind of depressing. Yeah, I want to see who that one person is, because we're going to have to have a talk with them. We're going to have to have a talk with them, yeah, man. I get on some goon shit about that shit. I don't like that shit. I'm getting ready to take my butt home. Bro, I don't get supported, so, you know what I'm saying? I don't be doing this shit like that. Y'all see this right here? Let me show y'all something. These niggas is camping out here. $20 an hour. The whole spot's in the courtroom. Ain't that crazy? That's how wild it got down here. This shit is a concert zone, bro. This is the concert right here. You see what I'm saying? Let me turn this around. So, yeah, that's why I said, let me take a little sabbatical. You know what I mean? I get back at it, but yeah, I was like, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? When that clip started circulating, I was like, wow. And I was surprised at the reactions that people had. Y'all come walk with me, man. I'm gonna get up out of here and kick my ass at crib. If y'all want me down here, whatever, I'm gonna step the game up too for y'all. You know what I'm saying? I already got it in order. He just told me, yo, just wait it out for a minute, pro. You be wildin'. Yo, if that's who I think it is, then hit that like button. Y'all already know how I am. Like, niggas be thinking because I'm small or something like that. Like, I don't know what they be thinking, but that should be funny to me. I'll be like, word. Oh, nigga, look at these niggas, son. Niggas is out here camping out. to get into court. That shit crazy. I told this shit to turn into the club. What you say? You know who it is? You can see him do it. He put on YT Donuts. Oh, word? Yeah, I don't be knowing, man. I don't be knowing who half these vloggers are. Like, the other day, one of the vloggers that was down at the courtroom, I guess, he came into my chat room. He's like, yo, son, I see you down there today. I didn't know who the fuck he was. You know what I'm saying? There was another dude down there. He gave me a pound real quick. He was just like, yo, man, I love you, your shit or whatever. I was like, yo, I appreciate it. Everybody seems to like me because I talk plain spoken. I don't know any other way. I didn't live half my life in Connecticut, half my life in New York. So up this way, we kind of talk plain spoken. Well, the real one's up here anyway. We talk kind of plain spoken. So I don't get into articulation or bullshit. You understand what I'm saying? Like, be very careful. Like, we got this saying in New England, be careful of people that know how to articulate bullshit. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I'll give you a perfect example. Tisa Tells is perfect at articulating bullshit. That bitch has got a master in articulating bullshit. What about him? He came up here? He came up here too? I'm gonna see what Donut talking about. Donut, I ain't never had a problem with him. And the nigga defended me one time, so, and I caught it. He defended me he defended me like 2 or 3 times. So, you know what I'm saying? He the type of nigga I like, y'all might not like his broadcast and everything, I get it. Yeah, he from California. Yeah, he from Cali. But he a different type of Cali nigga though. He one of them Cali niggas that's like, he look younger, but he old school. You understand what I'm saying? Like, he know his certain rules and shit. You know what I mean? And he vibe by them rules. That's why I respect some of the shit he say. But he used to be raw. Like, you know what I'm saying? And you get frustrated because you get these crowds and you like, damn, y'all niggas don't get it? Like I was trying to tell y'all the other day, I was like, yo, Shorty be going up in the courtroom, and when she coming down reporting, it's totally different than what analysts, with transcripts, with prosecutors, ex-prosecutors to say it. Now, I know one in particular prosecutor that I trust more than anybody. And I learned who he was by somebody at the time I didn't like listening to. I will listen to that man I ain't gonna even just say who he is. I will listen to that man before I will listen to what Tisa Tells. Because he's actually tried cases like this. He was a former prosecutor here in New York City. So I listen to people like that. I'm not listening to no little light-skinned girl that don't know nothing about New York law, ain't from New York, giving me the skinny on everything that's going on here. And some niggas will accept that. I don't. He the one who screened questions at the kids. He was the one that screened questions. Oh, come on, Denard. Nah, leave the kids alone, man. Don't ask the kids no questions. Leave the kids alone, man. Leave the kids alone. Yeah, we ain't gonna jump on Denard, though. Denard wouldn't do no shit like that. He might scream and yell questions, but he ain't gonna put his hands on nobody. You know what I'm saying? He don't have to. Now in that situation. I don't think he's like that with that one. You know what I'm saying? But maybe I'll run into him or whatever. I say what's up to him. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, I listen to the nigga with my own 2 ears defend me. You know what I'm saying? He threw a little porky pies in there, but he good. The nigga did defend me. I got to give him that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, when I hear my own 2 ears, it's different. It hit different. And so it wasn't fake. That's the one thing. If you're going to defend me, don't be fake. He wasn't fake about it. He was quite honest about it. So, yeah, with that point, I got to give him that one. But I know y'all say he done been in a lot of things before, whatever. I don't know. Ain't got nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying? But I feel y'all. A lot of people don't like me either. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me tell y'all something. I've got people, if you don't know, I've covered not only the Jonathan Majors trial right here in this building, also the Trump trial in this building. This is the different courtroom that where Puff's being held at, or whatever. This is what Jonathan Majors' trial was, and I was inside for that. I was in the courtroom for that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And it was deeper than niggas thought. So, John never. That's what I said. Motherfuckers be guessing. They think they know what's going on. They don't know what's going on. But I covered that up in here in person or whatever. I was the only person that many people remember to get a response from Jonathan. The only person. He wouldn't talk to none of the media. He responded to me twice. You know what I'm saying? And it blew people. So why'd you talking to him and not us? If you don't know, that's why. You will see him. He did defend. I watched him. People don't understand it now. He's very smart. He's not a stupid dude. No, he's not stupid at all. But I know that nigga. That nigga like asking questions and yelling. But yeah, they're not. You know, we yelling at the kid. They ain't gonna answer you like that, fam, for one. Two, you know what I'm saying? Other niggas might take it another way. Like niggas be thinking niggas is by themselves. They're not by themselves. That's why I be trying to tell you about me. I be like, yo, son, I'm not by myself. You know what I mean? If you pay attention to certain shit, you would know that. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. I gotta keep the perch. You understand? Shorty the perch. You know what I'm saying? What you say? Yeah, deny. I ain't got no with deny. Nah. I know you ain't Toria, but sometimes people use that as a branch. You know what I'm saying? The monkey ball into some shit. And I don't like that. Like, that's just like that video. People are really trying to make it look like me and Queen's flip mom is beefing. And I'm pretty sure she gonna say something opposite of that. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm not beefing with Queen's flip mom, and Queen's flip mom is not beefing with me. I ain't saying nothing about that woman. I said something about that broad in the brown. I'm like, how the hell are you sitting there letting women pull their breasts out in front of the fucking courtroom? That is the trashiest shit I ever heard in my life, or seen in my life. And they wasn't pretty titties. Like, men don't worry about seeing pretty titties. It's ugly titties we have an upset stomach about. I'm sorry I said that. Like, that was fucked up. But it's ugly titties we have a problem with. Those are some ugly titties. All right? That's how Dave Chappelle say. I give them titties 4 thumbs down. 4. So I think that was the problem everybody was upset with. Because she just randomly did that for no reason. And everybody that has the video has to blow her. I'm dead serious, Tori. Everybody that has the video, that's a constant thing I see. They either have to edit it out or they have to blur her out. And I'm like, that's a goddamn shame. You have to blur her out for what? You know what I mean? And none of the women said anything. That's my point. I keep going into that. None of the women said anything. It's what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all fucking with me though still. We gonna amp it back up. We just gotta get our money right. You know what I mean? Tisha Tell's getting all the money right now. And she coming out telling porcupines and lies. That's why I be saying sometimes, like, you niggas support lies like this? Like, what is it? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't shitting on her. Even though, it is what it is. She up here making fun of kids and shit. I ain't lying about that. But I just can't understand how a California vlogger making the most money and just showed up a couple days ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, this bitch just showed up, 6 days ago? And she the biggest vlogger on this? Like, fuck out of here, son. Nah. But I ain't jealous of her, nothing like that or whatever. She move how she move, you know what I mean? More blessings to her. You know what I'm saying? I told you, y'all got my word. I ain't gonna do nothing to her. You know what I'm saying? You got my word. I ain't gonna do nothing to her. I don't have nobody do nothing to her either. Only thing I ask, she stopped telling lies. That's all. Won't ask for much. Don't ask for much. Let the evidence show itself. You feel me? Let the evidence show itself. Y'all want to give me a coffee? It's raining out here, man. I just want to give my opinion or whatever. Nah, you ain't fucking with me. That's why I don't be coming down here. Once again, another day I spent my own money coming down here. So, good thing it was a double thing I had to conquer today. I had to meet with somebody today to do some writing on some music, which is interesting. So I was with them earlier, and that's why I'm doing this so late, because I said, you know what, since I'm in New York, before I go back home to Connecticut, let me just do this real quick. You know what I'm saying? Plus I was paying attention all day what was going on. Like I said, I got insight what's going on. Let me see something real quick. Yeah. She probably told, yo, they got a whole campaign, son. Listen, let me do me a favor. For all you vloggers that still all you subscribers that do mess with me, do me a favor. Encourage your system and your peoples to donate, support the channel and all that, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Throw some little ducats, because I don't understand. I really don't understand. Even when you get what you want to out of me, you're still like, nah. That's some serious hate, right? You think I'm being hated on? Let me me ask that question. Who think I'm being hated on when it comes to the donations? Who think I'm being hated on? Anybody? Can somebody answer that? Who think I'm being hated on when it comes to donations? Because I'm thinking to myself, a broad could come from California and she could come into our city, right? And people from New York, hold on one second. People from New York supporting her. And I'm like, how? But literally, people from New York supporting, there's chicks from New York supporting her. And I'm like, that's crazy to me. And the reason you know is because they'll have NYC or NY behind their names, their screen names, so identifies them up this way for us. I'm just like, that's crazy for me. That's crazy. But hey, it is what it is. She's a girl. So that goes to show you how she's trying to turn the whole thing into a misogynist party. And I'm just saying with the misandry. You know what I'm saying? I said misogynist, misandry party. And I just think with that shit, bro. I don't see it. You know what I'm saying? But yo, y'all don't want to donate to that, that's what y'all support. That's what y'all support. I just think it's hard for me. Let me tell y'all this before I get up off of here, right? Because I'll buy my own coffee. Don't worry about it. Like I said, the community don't hold me down. That's crazy, right? You know what I mean? That's why I said it like that. There's, if y'all don't know what I mean, I just say it real quick. I'll reiterate it. There's a set of bloggers, probably like 5 or 6 of them now, and a couple ones that are inefficient or whatever. They label people. I've even seen Tisa Tell do this. They'll label people as Diddy supporters, right? And the reason they label you as that is because they know once they label you as that, what happens is nobody's going to want to donate to you, nobody's going to want to support you, nobody's going to want to, be associated with you because they've been able to put out the narrative or whatever that you're a Diddy supporter. It's crazy. I had a woman do it, just randomly do it on her channel just for no reason whatsoever, and I'm like, damn, bitch, I was sitting up here taking up for you. You know what I'm saying? So there's no loyalty, and if you notice, the other day when I was out there, the first thing them chicks said, yeah, you look like, I said, what the fuck does a nigga look like that beats women? Like, that shit was crazy to me, you know what I'm saying? But it is what it is, man. There's a, how can I say, it's an energy out here, you feel me? And the energy is misandry. And a lot of these women, they don't like you. And if you want to keep on believing that they like you, get in a situation, they'll show you who they are. Puff used to sit around talk about that black power shit, black excellence shit. Look where he at. You know what I'm saying? It's all fucked up now. It's all fucked up. You see what I'm saying? Puff used to talk that black excellence shit and all that shit, and nobody give flying fuck about that no more. As soon as a little light-skinned girl came up into comparison, was married to a white man that she was cheating on her boyfriend with in the apartment that he paid for. Our people want to keep that out of the equation. This bitch was cheating in the apartment that Puff paid for. That's the ultimate betrayal right there, and you fucking the help. That bitch went and fucked and married the help. I ain't seen that in years. When last time y'all seen some shit like that? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, I just, it's a certain vibration. Y'all give me a second, plug it on my phone. It's a certain vibration out here that certain types of women feel. It's not all women, certain types of women feel. And that feel is misandry. They don't like men. I'm trying to tell you, I think a lot of these girls are either lesbians, quasi-lesbians, or something. Because they don't like men. So if you don't like men, who do y'all like? Each other? I'm confused. Help me out, beloved. If you don't like men, who do you like? Each other? If you prefer the company of women to a man, I ain't saying nothing wrong with you, but if you was talking about me, you would say, oh, that nigga fruity. Or that nigga this, that nigga that. He always hanging with boys. All right, so if you always hanging with girls, having girls, socials, girls this, I would think that y'all like girls. What's going on, Lady Sparkle? Ain't shit, we just hitting up here. I just stopped by the courthouse real quick, do a little piece or whatever. I'm about to head out in a minute. I said, I don't stay here too long. Niggas won't even buy me a coffee, Lady Sparkle. You know what I'm saying? They out there papering up Tisa Tells, though. Yo, you paid attention? Yeah, listen. I was just sitting up here telling niggas, because you in New York, too. Have you not noticed that, like, and I'm not talking about outside of a few heads, of course, but have you not noticed that they're down at the courthouse and everybody's getting the donations as an out-of-state blogger? Have you noticed that? Yeah, Jalen, exactly. What's going on? Nah, I'm just noticing that everybody that's showing up at the courtroom is getting dumb donations and they ain't even from the area. I'm like, how you even got a point in this whole situation if you ain't even from the New York City tri-state? That's crazy to me. That's crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got niggas that want to say something, but you know what I mean? These ain't the niggas you want to show up. You know what I'm saying? I know people that want to say something. They feel the exact same way I feel. How is it that California bloggers and bloggers from this place, that place, or whatever showing up at the courtroom and they got so much to say, but you've never been in the music industry? You don't know anybody in New York secular. So I find that weird. And like, I'm not trying to be funny, but if we went out to California, we couldn't do it like that. It wouldn't be allowed. Y'all heard what Big U was doing out there. He was charging fucking the filming crew. He said, no, y'all niggas come over here, I gotta pay something. You ain't hear about that? He said, no, y'all niggas come over here, I gotta pay something. That's what he said. So you know what I mean? I don't know what to tell you. Guys, my phone gonna go dead on y'all in a minute because it got wet. So if y'all hear that click, yeah, this phone does that. I don't know why it does that shit, but once it get wet, I can't charge it. I need to keep some battery power. Plus, ain't nobody donating to me for me to keep sitting here. But I just gave my opinion. Like I said, Puff a nasty motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I will not deny that. You's a nasty ass nigga, Puff. You know what I'm saying? But your fetish is your fetish. Ain't nobody's right to knock that or whatever. Let's just see if this leads to this RICO, this conspiracy, this racketeering. Let's see if all this segue into that. If not, then, I mean, shit. You know what I'm saying? Anything can happen. So I'm just going to leave it up to there. But as far as, like, the beating shit and all that, I ain't with that, Puff. I can't defend that, bud. I cannot defend that. You was beating that woman like a man. You understand what I'm saying? You was beating that chick like a man. All because you was truly in love with Kim Porter. I understand that. You was trying to shake Shorty. If you wanted to shake Shorty, you should have just bought her out of her contract of 10 albums. You should have just bought her out of the contract, you know what I'm saying? Or you should have just gave her the $30 million. Sometimes, you know what, it's cheaper to pay the bitch off and get rid of her. I'm gonna keep it a buck. If he would have gave the bitch the $30 million, he's a billionaire, this wouldn't even be a problem. You see what I'm saying? So, it is what it is. All right, y'all, I'm out of here. Like I say, ain't nobody donating support me. I'll be live with y'all later when I get home, perhaps, but right now, you know what I'm saying, I'm on a money mission. You know what I mean? So, y'all want me down here at this courtroom or that or whatever in the next couple of days, y'all let me know. Y'all can keep getting y'all information from Tisha Tells. Either way it knows, I'm going to be involved in this. But I'll be through in a minute, you heard? All right, y'all be good. Thank you, Jalen. Thank you, Lady Spark, for checking in. Thank you, Toria, for the conversation, as always. Jalen, thank you for putting my cash app. Reality, what's going on, B? That will stop that OG shit, nigga. What's going on, Tina Gray? I love Tina Gray. She always been here with me. I think that's everybody. Who else up in here? Yeah, I'm at 15% now. Thank you, Jay. He said, hope you're doing good. Julius, what's going on? He said, you spit balls. Delta Brain, what's going on? PA, what's going on? Country for life, what's going on? That's what's up. All right, y'all, I got to get up out of here. Like I said, I got to conserve my battery. Ain't nobody donating, so ain't no purpose for me being here. Y'all thank y'all for being here with me, rocking out with me. I'll talk to y'all later.